Hello, I am Zahirul Alam. Welcome you all on Frankly Speaking. Our guest today is Nora Ali, a Bangladeshi origin American who was awarded the title of America's Junior Miss 2007. But before introducing Nora, let me tell you a story. That was in 1977, 30 years back. Mr. Zaki and Mrs. Mahfouz Ali, a Bangladeshi couple, and they left their home in Dhaka for the United States with thoughts of new dream in their heads. They earned PhDs in chemistry, got jobs in US state Minnesota, and raised their 3 daughters over there, and Nora Ali is one of them, who has crowned the 50th annual America's Junior Miss Contest. Welcome, Nora, on Frankly Speaking.
Thank you.
We're extremely delighted that you're on our show. So I just introduced you that you are America's Junior Miss 2007. So would you tell us in a brief, what was the story, how you could crowned and won this title?
Well, there are 5 categories that we're judged on. There's academics, talent, physical fitness, interview, and self-expression, which is an onstage question.
Okay.
So it's not a beauty contest, but the format is sort of like a pageant.
Okay, so after winning such a covetable title, so you have got some programs in your mind and in your activities. So what are the programs in the last 6 or 8 months after winning this title? What are the programs back in the United States you have been doing?
Well, I've been traveling around the country, around the U.S., spreading the program. There's the platform for America's Junior Miss is Be Your Best Self, so I spread that message to young kids. And I think the highlight of my escapades in the United States was I was given the opportunity to have dinner at the White House with President Bush. Okay. So that was very exciting. So I've been doing a lot of things for the Bangladeshi community as well.
And which month you met with the President Bush?
That was in September.
Okay. So what are the issues you talked to the president?
We didn't talk about issues. It was just, it was a celebration of Islam, was the whole dinner. So it was high-spirited and very friendly atmosphere.
So I know that you're on a 10-day visit in Bangladesh, and you have some program also in your mind in Bangladesh. So would you please tell us something about your programs?
I'm here with Kochi Konter Ashor as a Goodwill Ambassador.
Okay.
So basically I'm trying to spread the message of global warming and the ecological imbalance of Bangladesh, and spreading the message that I want to work with young children and tell them, make them aware about these issues. And Kochi Konter Ashor has programs called Kids Vision, which is a television show that displays young kids' talents, and also Bright Star Children Home, which educates the talented youth of Bangladesh, and also the International Children's Festival, which is a project that we're working on to raise awareness in young kids.
So what made you inspired to work on this issue, like very serious issue, climatic change around the globe, and especially you know that Bangladesh is the worst affected country of the climatic change right now. So what made you inspired to work on this critical issue?
Well, global warming is just really a ubiquitous issue in general, and since I have roots in Bangladesh, it's important for me to work closely with Bangladesh, especially because Bangladesh is going to face the bulk of the devastation. So I think it's important to, in the beginning, to raise awareness in young children, because they're the people who are going to be facing this, and they're the people who are the future leaders.
So you're talking about that your route is in Bangladesh.
Exactly.
So how many times you have visited Bangladesh?
I've been here 3 times. This is my 3rd time.
Your 3rd time in Bangladesh.
Right.
So tell us your family members and how they inspired you to get into the contest and to winning, and to you just mentioned that a lot of areas you had to cover down to winning this title. So how you have prepared yourself to go with this way?
Well, I have an older sister and a younger sister, Nicole and Lisa, and ever since a young age I've been
Nicole and Lisa.
Okay. I've been inspired ever since I was little by my older sister, of course, because she came before me and she played piano and violin, so I wanted to play piano and violin. She went to Harvard, so I wanted to go to Harvard. My younger sister
you brought your violin with you?
I did bring it with me.
Yeah.
And my younger sister even inspires me because she works so hard and she's so diligent that I want to work hard like her.
Talking about Nicole or Lisa?
Lisa
okay.
even.
Okay.
They both work very hard.
Okay.
But I think it's interesting that I'm inspired by my little sister, and I want to be a good role model for her. And also my parents were very, very encouraging throughout the whole competition process. But the preparation for this competition is lifelong. I had to work hard in school from the very beginning, and I had to practice hours and hours of music in order to get good enough. And also the interview skills that it takes for the interview category, I had to practice a lot, and my parents really helped me with that aspect, and my older sister helped me as well. So it's kind of a whole family thing. I wouldn't have been able to win if it weren't for my family.
Did you start your learning with violin, piano at which age?
I started piano when I was 4 and violin when I was 6.
There's a very kid you were then. So tell me about that. How many places you have visited in Bangladesh, and what were the programs there to which you have attended so far?
Well, I've had programs every day. I went to a couple of villages. I don't know the names.
Okay.
Other people take care of that
Is
for
it
me.
Kapasia or?
Yes.
Okay, you can recollect.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've been interacting a lot with kids, and the reception has been really great. I'm very happy about how excited people have been. And I'm trying to spread the message about global warming and the importance of education. And the village I went to yesterday, we sort of began the foundation of the Bright Star Children Home, which is a project of Kochi Kontar Ashor. So that was very exciting. There's a big plaque in my name there now.
So what's impressions you have got from the state of the children right now in Bangladesh? Because in the rural areas, you know, there are a lot of challenges they're living with, especially their children's. So from your point of view, what you have observed, what you noticed out there?
Well, because of the conditions that they live in, I think that Kochi Kontar Ashor is doing such a good thing starting the Bright Star Children Home in a rural place like that, because those kids have the same potential as people who are better off, like me, who was raised in the United States. Kids everywhere have the same potential. There's just different resources available. So I think that if we provide resources to those children, they have so much potential and they can contribute a lot to the world.
So where from we can find resource and we can collect resource?
Well, we start with programs like Kochi Kontar Ashor, which funds these kinds of programs and donates, and we need to find volunteers. I hope to volunteer at that school or other places in Bangladesh and give my resources to them. And also, even from the United States, I can raise funds. My older sister and I already did a fundraiser for the cyclone victims. So even from far away, we can help out in Bangladesh.
Is it through your concert or a social gathering or any cultural function?
My sister and I did this at our school at Harvard. She's a senior at Harvard University.
Oh.
We did a fundraiser giving people henna tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was cultural.
Is it in Harvard?
Yeah, in Harvard.
Oh.
And interestingly enough, a lot of people wanted tattoos. We raised a lot of money. So we're going to keep doing it every semester.
You also joined with her? You also joined with her, your sister?
Yeah, it's both of us.
Okay.
We made this fundraiser ourselves, just the two of us. So we hope to do more cultural things to raise money for Bangladesh.
Oh, so tell about something about this, the worst affected areas, how Bangladesh can cope with the climatic change, because already the cyclone Cedar hit Bangladesh, and a huge area has already been devastated. It's a catastrophic experience for Bangladesh. So I'm sure that you are aware about the reason, the causes behind the global warming. So how, as a U.S. citizen, you are Bangladeshi American, but so how the rich country can role their play to contain the greenhouse gas emissions and to stand by the poor countries who are badly affected right now?
Right. Well, we can't really blame Bangladesh for a lot of the carbon dioxide emissions. It's more it's the industrialized nations like the U.S. So I think we have to take responsibility in the United States to reduce emissions, stop driving SUVs and use insulated housing so that you don't have to use as much heat, things like that. There's so many things we can do. But we just need to make sure that people abroad and people in Bangladesh know the potential problems so that we can better prepare for them and sort of make everyone else aware of what could potentially happen. Okay,
so tell me about your some future plan when you will be going back in United States, and what are the programs, what are the activities you will going to undertake in the next years to come?
Okay, well, hopefully, I just started this global warming platform, so hopefully I can, raise awareness in the United States as well, and hopefully take measures. It's just something that I just started, so hopefully I can work more with that. And there's going to be a lot more programs that I'm going to do with America's Junior Miss. I'll be going to Florida to perform. I perform a lot when I travel. Everywhere I travel, I perform, and I just want to raise awareness about education, and I'm looking forward to being able to meet more people like the president. And it's been really exciting.
You are talking about your vision, your future plan, your programs. So just after arrival in Dhaka, I noticed that you visited our mausoleum in Savar and placed floral wreaths over there. What made you feel to go and to place floral wreaths for our martyrs? Because you are not born in Bangladesh. So what made you feel that?
Well, I feel very close roots to Bangladesh because that's where my parents came from, where my grandparents came from. And my uncle, my oldest uncle, was actually a freedom fighter. So these values hit close to home because it's within my family. And I felt very honored to be able to honor these people who sacrificed their lives and made sacrifices for Bangladesh.
For Bangladesh.
Right.
Okay, but the way you are feeling, do you think that the NRBs back in the United States or in other country, so what need to do to raise the awareness, raise the values, the core Bangladeshi or Bengali values into their the generation? So what do you suggest they should take to follow?
Right. I think it's important to press the positive aspects of Bangladesh because in the media we hear about, the cyclone devastation and all the negative aspects. But I think that people will feel closer ties to Bangladesh and will feel proud of Bangladesh if they know more about the cultural aspects and the family values, because one of the greatest things about Bangladeshi culture is how close family is. And I let my friends know about my culture, and I like to share it with them. I like to share the food, the clothing. So I like to spread awareness about my culture because I'm so proud of it.
So how do you informed about the Bangladeshi culture, and is it only by your family members or any other ways that you read newspapers or any other things?
Right. Well, I like to maintain my culture, like on our birthdays or any special holiday, we eat porta, all kinds of porta, because it's my favorite food. And also, if we have like cultural days at school, I love to participate as much as I can. And for example, a few years ago in my high school, we had a cultural day, and I dressed up my friends in sharis and.
You studied in Minnesota?
In Minnesota, yes.
Minnesota.
Right. Okay. So I dressed them up in Bangladeshi clothing, and my mom cooked Bangladeshi food for my American friends, and they loved it so much, and they loved participating in my cultural sort of traditions.
And I heard that you wear Bangladeshi clothes in your contest.
I did, yes, I did.
Yes, sir. So who planned for this? Your clothings and your other fashions?
I chose to wear Bangladeshi clothing for the self-expression category. That's the onstage question and where you wear an evening gown. So I thought since the category is called self-expression, I could best express myself by wearing Bangladeshi clothing because that's who I am.
Do you have any Bangladeshi friends in America?
I do, yes. I'm close to my cousins as well. I have a lot of cousins, so.
Well, they're also staying in the United States, or?
Yes, a lot of them, most of them.
Okay, so any Bangladeshi? Did you attend any Bangladeshi gatherings in America?
Of course, my family's so huge that if we just invite our relatives to our house, it's a huge Bangladeshi function. But yes, we go to Eid parties, and Bangladeshi communities, as you know, are very close knit. So there's a lot in Minnesota. So I've been to a lot of Bangladeshi functions.
All in Minnesota based?
Also, after becoming America's Junior Miss, I've been invited to functions with lots of Bangladeshi people. Like, for example, I went to Washington, D.C. To make a presentation for the D.C. Bangla School, which is sort of a new thing they're starting, where they teach Bangla to young kids to maintain that culture. So it's been sort of awakening, I guess, because I'm reconnecting with my culture even more after becoming America's Junior Miss.
That's a very good, interesting thing. But have you already completed your school?
I'm a first-year student at Harvard University.
Oh, you have already got admitted over there?
Oh yeah, I have final exams when I go back to the States after this trip.
But I was reading about you that you have interest to get admitted. Admission
I'm already
in
a
Harvard.
student there.
Okay. So in which subject? In business administration?
Right. Well, I'm plan to major in math and economics, and then I want to go into business.
Okay, business management or something in finance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me that about your to helping or to standing by the children's cause. So, did you discuss about to get develop their condition in Bangladeshi children? Did you discuss these things with any other people in Bangladesh?
In Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Well, since I've been working with Kochi Kontar Ashor, I think they're taking care of, we talked to the U.S. Embassy today to garner support for the International Children's Festival. So I think starting with Kochi Kontar Ashor, we are going to sort of expand our ideas.
Okay. So, did you meet any government officials or?
Not yet. There's on the 28th. There's a program with General Moeen, but unfortunately he had emergency surgery, so he won't be there.
Yeah.
But they're looking for more, I guess, important people that I can make presentations to, that Kochi Kontar Ashor can make presentations to. So that's a big program.
What are the because I understand that you are very much aware and you are very much fond of living up the values of the Bangladeshi and Asian values. So would you like to make any suggestions for the new generation, second generations who are living in the United States or abroad, who can maintain their and can have a good bondage with their homeland or country of origin, and to making a very good relations? What would be your suggestion?
I think it's absolutely important that we maintain our culture, our Bangladeshi culture. Even though we're born and raised in America, our forefathers came from Bangladesh. So it's important to, one of the things I need to work on is speaking Bangla, because my Bangla is not very good right now. But I'm working on it now. And it's something I want to maintain. It's just necessary that you don't forget where you came from, and remember that family values are very important for Bangladeshis. So it's important to be close to your family, listen to your parents, and do good for other people. It's most important.
What's your future plan?
My future plans. After I finish school, I think I want to come back to Bangladesh and work here, at least for a year. Maybe,
3 years. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe work in Grameen Bank or something finance related, because that's what I want to do. And, I want to go into business, so I'll look for a job, and I want to do good things for the world.
But you mentioned that you interested at to be a CEO in any financial organization, big organizations. Yeah. So that's a very good you're aiming at. But tell me about something, your cultural feelings. That one more thing, that you are interested in dancing too. I heard that you are learning dancing, Indian dancing or Bangladeshi dancing. So how did you manage to develop interest with dancing?
Well, I started this interest because recently my little sister and I started watching Bollywood films. So we became interested in that sort of dance. So my sister and I took modern Indian dance classes for about a year, and it was really fun because I never did anything like that before. I always focused on piano and violin, so it was really fun.
Any Bangladeshi dance, Bangladeshi traditional dance, Manipuri or something like that?
I've never done that, but I'd like to try.
Okay, so just after side of your academic side, so you are going with your violin practice, and you're playing in Minnesota Orchestra and some other places, attended so many concerts. So what is your plan about being a violinist or a pianist? What was that plan about that?
Well, I don't want to play violin and piano as a career, but I think it's the thing that I enjoy doing most. So I hope to continue it for the rest of my life, because music is something you can maintain for your whole life, unlike sports where you have to stop when you become very old.
Do you have any family background of music or?
My dad's family is very, very musical. There's very good singers in his family, and he used to play sitar. So
they encourage you most about these things.
Yes.
So how frequent they visit in Bangladesh?
My family? Well,
Nicole or Lisa?
Nicole actually spent a month in the summer volunteering at Dhaka Community Hospital. She stayed with my uncle and aunt, and she enjoyed it so much. I'm sure she's going to go back many, many times. Lisa hasn't been back for a while, but I'm coming back next summer, I think, so she'll come with me. So I think from now on I'm going to visit more often. I mean, it's so far away, such a long journey. But now I realize that if I can make a difference in Bangladesh, then it's important for me to come back.
Thank you very much, Nora Ali, for being with us, and we deeply enjoyed, we are honored and privileged that you are with us on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Dear viewers, Harvard student Nora Ali, who was graduated this spring as valedictorian from South St. Paul High School in Minnesota. Before winning the title, she had won numerous music competitions in piano and violin, played with Minnesota Orchestra, was a national merit finalist. But after she was named America's Junior Miss 2007, Nora instantly becomes a role model for others. We hope and believe that the confidence and conviction she has expressed here in Bangladesh to work for the well-being of mankind, especially for the unprivileged children in Bangladesh, can really bring some positive changes in the society. Thank you very much. We invite to watch our next episode. Until then, do take care. Bye-bye.